Hello, my dears. If you're waiting for me here to talk about our new topic, I had to reschedule our meeting a little bit tonight because later I need to meet my favorite client. And so we are meeting today a little bit earlier to talk about the topic I announced. So today we talk about top 5 facts that push away the lady from a man, and no matter if he is foreigner or local man, it doesn't matter because these facts are quite important and they are quite not pleasant for our women at least. And I guess they can be so for any women from the world. So let's discuss them and tell me your feedback. As usually during this live stream, I'm happy to read your comments, your questions, your thoughts. Maybe you think I'm not right, so feel confident, feel brave to write me, and let's talk. So was the first one of the first top facts that that is not good on the first meetings and also for relationships further is when man displays cheap behavior when he's cheap, and it can be visible from different situations while he dates a woman. And this is one of the most important factors that girls don't like in a man. Especially, everyone understands that when man is dating and when woman is dating, it means they are showing their best what they can. And even if on the first dates, man shows that he's cheap in his actions, then girl makes conclusions that things will be even worse when they get married. And it doesn't attract for sure. So what cheap means, and there is such a little facet between being cheap and between being just rational. For example, if we talk about the situation, I just heard it many times. That's why I decided to discuss it here. When a man meets a woman on Tinder, for example, or any dating application or dating site, and the lady starts to ask for gifts or ask for money from him, and he never ever saw her. Of course, in these situations, if man doesn't send anything, it's right behavior, it's rational, it's deliberate, and it's good for you, because obviously it's just some scamming. But at the same time, if he met Ukrainian woman and they are building the relationship, they communicate for, let's say, for 6 months already, and they meet each other, they spend time together, with each other, and they plan their future together. And for example, if she has birthday and he doesn't give you any gift at all, or maybe 3 roses, it's considered to be cheap. So, there is a difference between being cheap and deliberate. Let me think about some other example. Also, I write it in our dating tips when that we give to our clients. While dating, our women usually pays attention how which attitude you demonstrate towards the waitress, for example, towards people who help you. And for example, in our country, it's considered to be right to give 10% tip of the bill in restaurants. In some restaurants, this is included into the bill, but usually no. And when I talk with the ladies after the dates, they tell me, "Oh, this man is very generous. He gave so much tips to a waiter." So she was amazed, and she makes her conclusion that he's that type of kind man, and so on. On the contrary, there are some men, they say it's enough for them for this restaurant, and they don't leave any tip, or they leave like 5 hryvnia and some little money, too little money, that obviously is too little. And again, woman makes her conclusion in this case. What else? So maybe you can you have some questions about this first point, when man being cheap or just deliberate, and cheap man push away a woman for sure, any woman. Maybe someone with low self-esteem will be attracted to him, but mostly women won't like this behavior. So give me please examples of the situations when you consider man to be cheap and when you consider him to be deliberate. Or you can ask me about your behavior or your friends, and let's discuss this point together. Hello to everyone. I see your comments. Thank you for being with me tonight. So if you have some questions and comments about this first point, let me know, because I know this is very sensitive topic, because sometimes men think that all Ukrainian women are scammers. They are all looking for money and gifts and so on. And when we talk about not being cheap, some men perceive it like we want them to give money all the time, and that's all. That's it. But it's not true. Everyone wants intimacy in relationships, trust, care, warmth. These is very important things that are not things actually. But how men, which type of behavior men demonstrates during the dating is very important for further perspectives of the relationships. I also noticed the connection, and then later I also read about it, being cheap and being very strict, very reserved in emotions, in good words, in being closed with people. And on the contrary, generous people usually are very emotional, very positive, very giving type of people. So, sometimes being cheap is not to deal just only with money. No, it's also about the type of love, life or style of life a person has. And I saw it so many times. I never saw a generous person who is cheap at the same time. And on the contrary, I never saw a person who is reserved, kind of not emotional, closed, and very, very giving. So, okay, let's continue. And the second point I think that is important while you date and while you first dates and second, third dates too, of course. And what pushes away a woman? It's not being neat enough, not paying enough attention to your appearance. Of course, we don't talk about you being like a bodybuilder or someone like that. Some women will accept some extra kilos. It's not so important if the person is good and good enough and you have connection. But I tell more now. Now the type of clothes you choose. It should be neat, of course, accurate, fresh, and how you look after your breath, how you look after your teeth, your fingers, and your hair, and so on. Everything should be neat, fresh, cleaned on the date. But of course, it means just during your usual life too. Because again, if you get married and later the woman will discover that you are not super neat, then again, it will be some reason for conflicts. I think that these points are also important for women too. I guess no one of you like not neat woman with dirty nails and so on, with dirty hair. Of course, we all understand that, and we say here the soul is the most important, but we all understand that when we just start communication, first of all, we pay attention to how a person looks. And it makes our first impression. It makes us continue or not continue this acquaintance. So I will answer some questions after our live stream, okay? Not to stop in the middle. So I hope now you understand what I meant. It's about clean clothes, clean boots, clean parts of your body, fresh hair, fresh breath, using perfume if necessary, and so on. It's highly important when you not don't do this. Also, women don't like men who are about fast, quick sex. Usually, our women don't like very quick kisses and hugs after the first meeting, for example. It's too early. Some people say about the rule of 3 dates, then when it's quite acceptable to try to kiss her or hug her. Again, if you are a sensitive person, you will see, you will feel that she is ready for this and she wants this as well as you do. But try not to do it early, because most of women, again, when while talking with clients, with women who they date men, not only from the agency, of course, they complain sometimes about men being interested only in sex, and how she makes this conclusion, because he is very fast in trying to hug her, to kiss her, to pull her, and if you don't feel it is the right moment, just don't do it. Wait a little bit. Of course, if we talk about men coming to meet a woman through the agency, they are all serious. They are interested in relationships, in long-lasting relationships, in marriage. Otherwise, there is no sense for them to pay for this service. But if you use some dating sites, dating applications, and you meet women on your own, just keep in mind this piece of advice, because if you are too fast, it can deteriorate many things in your relationships, at least with the Ukrainian woman. Also, the point, another fact that pushes away any woman is when you talk bad, a lot bad about your ex, just about anything connected with your ex on the first dates, and especially if you talk too bad about her, because again, the same is about women and men in different situations. You make the conclusion that she will do the same when if you break, and she will say bad things, many bad things about you. The same conclusion makes our women make. So don't, try not to talk a lot about your ex, and don't talk bad things about her. But at the same time, if you feel that you have still have energy and you still have strong emotions towards your ex, it means you are not recovered yet from these ex relationships, and before going to new dates, it would be better you would work on this issue, maybe with psychologist, maybe on your own. But it's very important to become free of any emotions, any strong emotions towards your ex. Otherwise, there is a high possibility that new relationships won't work out, or you will be telling, "I'm not meeting my one. She's not right. Another girl is not right," and so on. But very often the reason is inside. So if you're not over your past relationships yet, work on it first and then move forward. And so we discussed that top factors pushing away any woman is when man is being cheap, when he's not neat, not looking after how he looks, when he wants fast sex, when he is telling bad about his ex. And the last fact I didn't tell you is when man's intrusive. I told many times that our women prefer active men who make the first steps towards the woman, who call first, who write first, who message first, and so on. So our women got accustomed to men being initiative, but at the same time, again, it's about your sensitivity. When you are too intrusive, when you are calling her too much, when you are pulling her with you everywhere, when you are sending her 2 messages, then it's getting intrusive. And it is the signal that you have a low self-esteem, or you are so desperate about meeting at least someone for relationships that you even don't give some time to yourself first to understand that she's for you. And you are so in a hurry to build any relationships in your life that woman doesn't want this, and she makes a conclusion that you are not for you, you are not for her. Again, look after these types of behavior when you date a girl. Pay attention to these top 5 facts. And I hope this live stream was useful for you. So let me read your questions first or second. So uh, if someone wants, Parish asks, if someone wants to convert Christianity to for a lady and live in Ukraine forever, is it possible? In general, it's possible, but I don't know about legal issues of having residence here. But I have a friend, a lawyer, and he helps foreigners to get it for living in Ukraine. So I guess it's possible if you want. I have a friend who can marry a Ukrainian lady if she's family-oriented, faithful. Now he lives in London. Great. So how he does he make any search to find this woman, or he has just an idea? Okay, today we had a very quick live stream, just only 5 facts, and I'm waiting for questions from you. If you have some new soon, let me know, write me if necessary, and I hope this live stream was useful for you. You knew something new for yourself, for your dating life, and see you soon again. I'm working on new videos, and I hope very soon there will be a ready video about my recent TV interview, when we talked about why so many we have so many international marriages this year in Ukraine. So stay tuned, and talk to you soon. Have a nice evening, have a nice morning or day, whoever sees me now, listens to me now, and see you in new videos. Goodbye.